Hello everyone, this is the CATTERALL Taylor preview and the undercard. I usually go through them on Instagram, I'm going to go through them on here today. Miss Rachel is in my periphery, but I'm going to concentrate on this. CATTERALL Taylor, I am hugely biased. Train with Jamie and Nige, obviously with Jack. Jack, I won't say he's a mate of mine, but I do like Jack. He's a nice fellow, he's a really nice fellow actually. So I am biased. I like Josh Taylor. I think Josh Taylor's one of the best British fighters of the last 10 years, definitely. What he's done, his career has been amazing, undisputed. And a nice fella as well. I used to see him at the GB when I used to spar up there. Nice fella, got nothing against him. But obviously I'm hugely biased. I would like Jack to win. I thought he won the first fight. I didn't think it was wide. I thought Jack won by maybe 2 rounds. I thought he deserved it, but I didn't think it was a landslide. Jack's the kind of fighter, he just does enough, he wins, he's very good at it. We've been in camp for this fight. Joe Hayden, who I train, he's been one of the main sparring partners. Went Tenerife for a week sparring as well. That's where the original day got postponed. We found out during dinner. That was on the Matchroom video last week. That was legit as well. It did get cancelled while we was eating. So for the rematch, I do think Jack will win. As I said, I am biased, but I do think he will win. I've just watched the weigh-in. Taylor looks good, to be honest. I'm surprised. When the fight was made at 140, I thought, wow, I was shocked. But he looked good. He looked good on the scales, to be honest. He looked really well. I am surprised. For me, when this fight was announced, I think Taylor's done. That was my initial thought. I thought Taylor he's not the fighter he was. He's getting old. He can't do 140 no more. Looking at the scales there, I was surprised he looked well. But I will go for Jack. I thought Jack won the first fight, and I think he'll win the second one. If Taylor is still as good as he was the first time round, I think it'll be a close fight. I think Jack will nick it. That's what Jack's good at, He's been sparring Joe Hayden, my fighter. Joe Hayden's a welterweight, Jack's a light welter. So that half a stone is in natural size is a lot. So my Joe gets away with a lot of things due to him being a little bit bigger. But Jack's just clever, really clever. He just nicks rounds. It's not the greatest thing to watch. I love watching him. I think his style is. I love it. I love what he does. He's clever. He's deceptively very, very strong. And tough. I don't think he's the biggest puncher in the world, but he hits hard enough. He definitely hits hard enough. And I just think he'll do it in the first fight. I don't think you're going to get much change out of Jack. I don't think he's going to do things too much different. But a lot will depend on what Taylor's got left. I envisage Jack on points, and if Josh is on the slide, if he has struggled at the weight, if he's not the fighter he was, I think he could get stopped late. Again, incredibly biased, but my honest opinion is Jack will win, either on points or he'll stop Taylor late, depending on what Taylor's got left. Now the undercard, the most interesting fight for me is Ritson Donovan. Again, Joe sparred Lewis, I think 3 or 4 times maybe for this fight, and a few times previous. So when I was coming through, Lewis was headlining Newcastle, the Metro Arena. I was on the undercard, and Lewis Ritson's a lovely fella. No nicer man in boxing than Lewis and his dad. So again, biased again. I don't know Donovan at all, but Lewis is a good bloke. I think the move to welterweight is a big plus. He's huge. Like I say, Joe's a welterweight. Joe walks around at 11'3". I think he probably was about 11'7" sparring Lewis, and Lewis was just as big, equally as big. So how he did 9'9", I will never know. And I know, looking back now, they spent too long at lightweight, and the fights he was having, he won the Lonsdale belt, I think, in record time. He was making weight, fight after fight, and took a lot out of him by the time he got to Patera. He was also on the card, interestingly. But Donovan's good. I give Lewis 4 or 5 rounds to get this job done, to be honest. And if he doesn't, I think Donovan will get to him late. And that hurts me to say. I know this is my own YouTube channel and I'm not a pundit on the TV, but I'm trying to be fair and honest, and because a lot of people go off my predictions as bets, and I still not had half of anyone. So, but if I had to make a prediction, I would go Donovan stoppage after a sticky first 4 or 5 rounds. Donovan, I think Donovan's pretty good, and Lewis, I think, even though I think the move to welterweight will suit him, he's not the freshest anymore, and his style will suit Donovan down to the ground. Then we've got the actual chief support, which is Chev Clark and Ellis Zorro. It's interesting because Zorro was chucked in with Apataya. I've never seen a bigger mismatch, in all honesty. The matching, putting him with Apataya, the best cruiserweight in the world, when he's not even boxed at English title level, was a mad one. Really, it was mad. It wasn't a safe match. Before the Apataya fight, I was in shock. The fight was made. This British title level is still a massive step up. Boxing Chev Clark, I sparred Chev in 2016, I think I sparred Chev. I sparred randomly, very random, did 6 rounds with him, and he was very good. But at the time, I wasn't really sure who he was. He wasn't really. I think he got the GB squad a little bit after that. He was very good, very, very good, fast and sharp and strong. So it's just if you take Apataya away, this is still a huge step up from anything Zorro's faced. So I would go for a Chev Clark stoppage. I think Zorro's a good fighter. I think he's fundamentally sound. He's a decent fighter. He's a good fighter, an English level fighter. He's good. But Chev Clark for me is on his way to world championship level at cruiserweight. I really believe that. I think he's the real deal. He's very good. So I would again go for Chev Clark stoppage. Then we've got Cully Patera. Patera was very good. Patera was a brilliant fighter. I was on the undercard of him and Lewis Ritson, 2018. And I'd be lying if I said I've kept my eye on him since, because I haven't. Cully for me is too big at the weight. We saw with the fella that knocked him out, who boxed Crocker. Too big at the weight, I think. But I don't think Patera has the style to make the most of that. And I expect another close fight, but I expect Cully to win on points. And the rest of the card, Visioli looks the part. Buttigieg, good fighter, still a kid though. I think he'll be a good fighter in time. And I just watched the weigh-in, and they're the only 6 fights I can remember, and I know there's more. But I am useless at this. But I'm training video after video out, and this is 4 in a row. So just to go over catterall points or late stoppage. Donovan stoppage anytime after 4 or 5, and I'm really sorry to say that. Chev Clark stoppage, probably again after 4 or 5. I think Zorro will hang in there for a few rounds. He's a decent fighter. Cully points, and then Visioli, Buttigieg points, stoppage. I'm not sure. It depends on the opponent. It's not something I've really looked at. You know, they should be picking up routine wins. Whether that's points or stoppage, I'm not sure. But it's a good card. It's one I'm really looking forward to. Really hope Jack can do the business. I really hope Lewis can. You know, and I get many predictions wrong, like Fury Usyk. So hopefully with the Lewis fight, I'm wrong again. But a really, really good card sandwich between 2 amazing cards over in Saudi Arabia. So really looking forward to it.